How's it going, everybody? Going to be doing a drinking and rambling video here today. I've got two Angry Orchard cans here, Sinful Apple and Crisp Apple. We got one of those 12 packs, variety packs. It has these two flavors. It has green apple and baked apple pie. This one I know is good. The baked apple pie is pretty good, and their other ones are good too. We've had, I think, all these except the baked apple pie when I tried one last night. But when we used to go to the cider festivals on Long Island, which were always fun. They have them around here, not like in this area specifically, but not that far. We just got to figure out the dates and stuff. Haven't had this one in a while. Yeah, it's good. Cinnamon apple. Just gonna be rambling about whatever the usual. Just figured I haven't done a drinking and rambling video, I don't think, in a little bit. I did one here, right? Maybe it was like 3 weeks ago. And I definitely did one in the garage with ciders. The garage back there. Whatever. That's right. You know, you pump out as many videos as I've been pumping out recently, and it's like it feels like it was 6 months ago I did that video, but it was like 2. Not even a month. Let's find out. I want to thank everybody who's gone over and subbed to the Buried Under Cliches channel. Appreciate it. From here, I've been having fun over there. I did an NES. Well, I don't know when I'm filming this on Thursday. I put an NES collection up on that channel Thursday today. I'll probably putting this up today. The Plastic Surgeon roleplay is up. Went up this morning. It's probably going to be a 2 for that video's not viewing well. So when I see videos aren't doing well and I want to keep those views in line to what in my mind I want, I will throw up a second video, which is either going to be this, and I had already had filmed the video games ramble, so it might be that as well. We shall see. But thank you to everybody who has subbed to that channel. I did put up the interviewing the Nintendo Wii, and some of you guys commented names that I recognize from here, and thank you for that. And you know, people seem to be enjoying it. Those are the goofy videos I did on that channel. My old channel, I should say, on the other Buried Under Cliches channel. And like I've said before, I'm trying to keep it like that, like in the vein of that channel, just because I couldn't access that channel. Because I don't have the phone numbers linked to the other phone number. They need a phone number. And they can't text them, it doesn't exist. And I did not want to go through a bunch of BS of calling anybody, which is stupid, but I didn't want to. Let's see when I did that last drinking and rambling video. I'll just put drinking in. Oh, God, drinking too much. Well, I did drink that, but those were with other things. I was at the eating and stuff, and drinking beer, top 5 PS. That's similar. Alright, so drinking and rambling. I did straight drinking and rambling with the ciders. That was June 9th. So it was, 3 months. It was a while then. They have a pretty good selection of ciders, actually, at Lowe's. Has a good selection. They have a bunch of craft beers as well. They actually do tastings in there, which is interesting. They have a couple little setups in the little area where you get the booze. It's kind of cool. I need to try some of their other beers, these craft beers, these IPAs, whatever they're calling them. Give those a try. They get it pricey, so it's like, you don't want to go nuts because you'll spend some money, and most of them you don't like, and then you're like, oops. I need to do the bracket thing. I said I was going to print it out. I still have the thing up on my computer to print it out. I haven't done it. What else is new? I want to do that in a vid, just print that out. I don't know if I want to film me filling out the bracket from the kind of first person view with the tripod, or I want to do it like this. I might do it like that. I want to pull the names out of a hat. I want to, 16 names, write them on a piece of paper, cut them out, put them in a hat, and have them seated. Just do it that way. Like, oh, here's this one is going to go up against this one type thing. I was thinking, oh, I'll seed them based on what I think is best, but then I'm kind of cheating in a way because this is, well, the ones I think are the best. The Genesis case should be a number one, you know? So I'll just have them matched up, you know, that way. And then, you know, maybe do a video like with kind of maybe 2 matchups, you know, in a video, do some good tapping on each. Maybe like a 10-minute video or something like that, maybe even less. We'll see how that goes. And then I want you guys, obviously, to vote on it. I don't know how, if I should do it like in the comments, you guys like comment which one you like the most. I don't know if that's going to generate a bunch of fucking comments or not. And then I'll be like 3 people vote, and then it's like, okay, I should have just had this on a community post. Which one did you like better in that video? So give me some input on that. If you want to see me put, you know, do the tapping in the vid, and that same day put a community post that says, okay, you like, you know, who won this matchup, vote, because I think I might get more there than I would in the comments. But who knows? Let me know how you want me to do that. I had a freaking brutal fucking migraine last night. That was the worst I've had in a little while. I've been pretty good since I've been down here with getting headaches, those migraines, which is nice. I've had some, but the one last night was the worst I've had in, God, had me at least 6 months. It was fucking awful. Like, it started to come on midday, and I was like, oh, headache's coming. I was like, it doesn't seem too bad. I take the pills I take, and they sometimes work. I've talked about this in the past. These, they're actually tension headache pills, and sometimes they will actually help, but if the headache gets too bad, it's like, it just doesn't do anything. Because if any of you get migraines as well, you can comment down below your experiences or whatever. But I'll get them like here, like it's brutal here. It goes down even into the shoulder, like it's weird. It goes like vroom up here. I don't even know if it's something else. Like I got some, maybe like some kind of cyst here or something I don't know about. It's causing problems. I mean, it would have been there for, oh my God, 30 years. But it comes up, it goes bad. And sometimes, you know, I will get tension headaches around, you know, around the ring kind of tension headache. But it hangs out here. Sometimes it spreads, but it's just so bad. I thought I was going to vomit. I was like, I do not want to fucking vomit. Because I'll throw up from my migraines. Not all the time, but if it's bad, I've thrown up from a lot of migraines. It's like I always tell it, say I'm giving it what it wants. Because usually after I puke once or twice, it goes away. But I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't. I was like, I drank some water. I was like, that was stupid. I'm going to puke this up. I resisted puking, thankfully. And I came in the couch, out here on this couch. I was in bed. I came out into this couch for like 3 hours, like 11 o'clock to 2 in the morning. I do this sometimes. This works. Like I've talked about how ASMR videos will work sometimes, like specifically cited ASMR with Beck's great voice. So it's like that, like those whispers will sometimes help. But once the headache gets too bad, it's just nothing. Although I will say, I mean, it was going to go away on its own, but I was listening to I listen to certain music at a lower kind of volume too sometimes, and I kind of just focus. And the same thing with watching a video, an ASMR video. It's part of it is you're trying to focus on the person talking or the song or whatever it is, and you kind of almost forget you have a headache. It sounds stupid when it's that bad, but you almost like if you can focus your mind on something else, which is very hard to do if you have a bad migraine, it will. You know, you'll kind of forget about it and it'll slowly go away. But I was listening to like NBA and NBC theme, one of the Madden themes. I listened to a couple Van Halen tunes, Summer Nights and Jump. Those are ones I've gone to before. But then I started listening to a lot of Final Fantasy stuff. A lot of the battle themes and the memories of light waves from Final Fantasy X-2. Crystalline Chill, it's the Prelude version. Just a different kind of version of the. It's really good. It's in Final Fantasy 15. A couple of Final Stand Your Ground, I think it's called, and the other one, Up for the Challenge or Up to the Challenge from that one. Final Fantasy 10 battle theme. It's Final Fantasy 7 battle theme and the Final Fantasy Prelude version. A lot of that. Then I threw on a couple other things, video game related things, and it did start to go away. And it's enough to where it was calmed enough to where I was able to kind of, and this is also because I was just focused on other stuff. I was like looking at my phone too, because light doesn't affect me when I have a migraine. Sound will, and smell absolutely. Like it was getting there, and we had shrimp last night. My fiance makes like a kind of a shrimp pork fried rice thing, throw the leg in there and stuff. And the shrimp, like it was there when I ate dinner, but it wasn't bad. And then the smell of the shrimp was still in the house for a little bit, and I'm like, I have to go in another room because I can't, like my head, it was getting worse just from the smell. Like sounds do not terribly. Bright lights I've never have affected me with migraines, but smells, like, oh my God, like I'll get headaches just from smell sometimes. Like, I used to get on the train. I probably talked about this before. I get on the train back on Long Island to go out to Massapequa to go to work, and someone would come on with like a cologne or a perfume or something, and I'd be like, oh God, no. And sometimes like my head would be like, it smells like sometimes really screw me up. Especially if I have an existing migraine, like any smell is just, even things I love, I'll be like, oh God, no. But that was a fucking bad one. Thankfully, I didn't puke. I just don't like, I mean, nobody likes puking, right? This is gross. I don't know if I ever talked about this before. I put this on Instagram maybe once, or just Facebook or something. I'd probably talk about a video. This would be disgusting, but nobody wants to puke, right? You're puking up freaking garbage and whatever you ate. It's all, oh God. I had like red velvet cupcakes or something one time, and I ended up getting a bad headache. I puked. It was the best puke I ever had. It was like puking up red velvet cupcakes. It came up smooth. It's disgusting. But yeah, that was good. I mean, and you know what the thing is, I'm gonna get another one. Sometimes I'll go back to back. Like I'll get a second one. Like I know it too. Like it might happen like a day later or a couple of days later. I'll get like not back to back, or sometimes there'll be a little pause, and then I'll get another brutal one. I used to get them bad. There was periods where I would get a couple a week. It sucked. I know those people I'd even suffer with more, and I was like, oh my God, how? I remember seeing something about a girl. She had half of her brain removed. I forget why. Obviously, there was a reason. But, she got through it and everything, and she was able to pretty much do whatever she could. Like, whatever side it was, the other side of the brain that was still there was able to compensate for the lack of brain. And she was talking about, like, she could feel the swishing of the fluids in the side of the head, that there was even nothing there. I was like, oh God, you got to adjust to that. And then she was talking about how, like, she would get headaches that were like 10 times worse than migraines. I was like, oh my God, I'll accept my migraines because I don't want anything that's 10 times worse. But yeah. So maybe I shouldn't be doing a drinking and rambling video, but I feel all right now. But you never know. Like I said, anybody gets them, you get any kind of headaches, they will slowly build, and then all of a sudden, like, what the fuck? There's a couple other videos I want to do soon. I want to do a PS2 collection. I was going to consider doing that today. I was like waffling, and then I was going to do a browsing Tubi video with the capture card. And then I was like, wait, I can't, because Tubi's already on it's installed onto the TV, so this is not going to end up on the TV because I can't connect the TV to the HDMI cord, the capture card, or whatever. Unless there's a way, I don't know. Well, that doesn't matter. I can just film the screen like I've done before. And then I was like, I don't feel like getting a tripod out. But I think I mentioned already. I got 2 friends coming down next week, come Wednesday. That's going to be a good time. Been a while since I've seen, May. I would have seen my friends last the end of May, most of them. So that's going to be cool. It's hard to adjust sometimes, because I'm not good at, like, when we've gone to the bar, if I talked about that, we go out sometimes. We went to the Mill Creek Orchards. They have this cider house now. It's open, real nice place. We went there. They had food. I had a nice chicken sandwich from there, actually. It was really good. And they had 3 ciders on the menu. We got 2. But, we were doing social stuff, and I'm not good at, if I get a little sauced, maybe I can chat with someone, but like, you'd be like, oh, yeah, you guys want to hang out or something, but it's very hard for me to, once I get to know somebody, I'm good to go, but I can't, it's hard for me to like approach people and stuff like that. I don't mind it, like I don't, it's been a while since I've seen them, so that's tough. That's probably the longest period I've had. This is the longest period I've ever had of not seeing, friends or whatever. So that's tough. But I can go without seeing friends or whatever for a little bit. But you want to see your friends, right? At some point. So that'd be fun. I do plan on going up back to New York at some point too. We do have to go up for a wedding. That's next year, spring. So I'll probably, I don't know how many days we'll go for. So I'll probably, hang out with my friends a day or two, and then as well. I want to get back down to Florida too. The friggin' rooms, the roomettes on for the Amtrak. If you get them in like January, February, they're like freaking $175 cheaper than they were when I went that was last month. Well, it was in September. I can't believe I got home from there on the 10th, I think, or the 11th. Maybe it was the 11th. It's already been a month since I've been back. It's freaking wild. They're like, oh, time goes fast. I mean, it does, but it's also on your head, right? You can kind of almost make time go as slow as fast as you want it to. Second week starts. Yeah, I'll probably put this one up tonight. Fuck it. Instead of the video game ramble, I can put that up tomorrow. There's the football. Who's playing tonight? NFL? I forget. Bills and somebody. It's on Amazon, right? Let me go to Amazon, the Amazon Prime app, and we'll find out. It is. It's the Bills and somebody. I could have sworn I saw the Bills. Because I was on there before. I was looking at telescopes. I want a telescope again. I used to have a telescope back in the game school. Bills, Dolphins. That should be a good one. Early divisional matchup. But yeah, I was looking at telescopes. I used to have a telescope. Like, it's got to be like 20 years ago. And it sucked. On Long Island, it kind of sucks. Like, it was cool to see the moon and stuff and some of the brighter stars when they were floating around, but it sucks because the light pollution on Long Island is awful. Like this, like down here, it's solid. Some people have some lights on in their house and stuff, but there's no street lights and stuff over here. I don't know what the airport's doing, like, because I've not really looked towards the airport at night, but I don't think they're going to have anything that's high off the ground. They'll have the ground lights for the planes to see, but I don't even know. I guess they wouldn't close. I don't really hear many planes at night coming in or even taking off. Maybe I've heard something like 9, 10 o'clock. But you're going to get a much better view of the fucking stars down here. Same thing with, oddly enough, we've come home a few times at night and I've just not looked up at the sky. In Florida too, where my aunt and mom are, like, you telescope down there too, man. You seeing stars. You're like, I've never, Long Island, you're like, oh my God, there's nothing, I can't see shit. He's like the Big Dipper or something, like Orion. And then you get down there and you're seeing everything because there's no light pollution. So yeah, I kind of want that and a metal detector. I think I've talked about that. I want to get a metal detector and go in the little woods we have. We have a little woods up that way and a little woods down there. It's small. It's not, we have like an acre, 1.32 acres. So it's not like, and the house itself is on its part. So, it's a nice little area. I want to go in there, especially when the leaves start to come off the trees and I can see better in there. Like, I've looked in there when I'm cutting the lawn going down that way. You can see in there, and it's hilly. It's definitely hilly, but I want to kind of get in there with a metal detector, see if pick up anything. My friend used to have a metal detector back in the day. We'd go down to the beach and stuff with it. This one's good too. The Sinful's really good though. That's one of the better ones. I had a, is it black cherry? Is it a black cherry one? It's Mackenzie's, I think, is the brand. It's black cherry or blackberry or something like that. What the fuck was it? What was black cherry? Right? That was a really good one. They got pumpkin ones now too, of course. We just got some hay bales to put in front on the one side of the porch. Get some pumpkins on those. So set up. I was wondering, I don't know, I guess they do the trunk or treat thing down here. Because I gotta ask the guy across the street next time I see him. I don't think people are going house to house unless you're being driven to the houses. I don't think you're not really walking this area. I mean, I guess if you have a kid down that way and there's 5 houses, you come up here. Maybe you walk it down on the grass. You go to a couple other houses that way. Maybe you can get to about 10, 12 houses. But you never know. I want to ask him, like, do people come to the door here? Because I wouldn't mind getting some big candy bars again, like we used to in Massapequa, and give them out. But I don't know. They probably do. It's possible they do like trunk or treat at the local school parking lots and stuff like that. I know in Florida, where my mom and aunt are in Indian Lake Estates, it's kind of like it's a community, but it's a huge development. And I know they do their trunk or treat, I think, down at the golf course, the golf club. Because we've been down there in October, and you'll see the sign, the electronic sign of it, trunk or treat, October 31st. Or maybe, is it even, they might not even do it on Halloween. I used to miss that. I missed that in Islip too, because we lived in the upper part of the apartment. So we had the back door we went in, so you didn't get people, coming to the back door. But in Massapequa, we get like the big Crunch bars and Hershey bars, and then kids would come up and they'd be like, "Oh my god!" as if they've never seen a normal sized candy bar. Oh my god! And you'd be funny because you get the group of like 8 to 10 people coming up to the door, and that first person would definitely come back up. I knew it too. I'm like, I don't care. I want to get rid of these because I will eat all the remaining ones that don't get taken. So I don't have a problem with that. And like at the end of the night, it'd be like 8 o'clock or something, and there wouldn't be many people coming, and we'd still have 25 left, because I think we usually have around 60 or 70, maybe 80. I'm trying to think. We get 3 boxes. Maybe we get 1 box of Crunch, 2 of, so I don't know how many they put in. Maybe it was like 75, 80, because it depended. In Massapequa, there was one year we got nobody, which was very weird. I don't understand why that happened. But then other times, you'll get a ton. We never got rid of all of them. But you'd get at least you never know though. You get like 50 people coming, but you get to the end of the night and you'd be like, you'd still have like 15, 20 left, 25 left, and you'd be like, kids, get over here, take 2 of them, take 3 of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to have a few, to myself, but I prefer not to eat 15 because I have no self-control. But yeah, that was fun. It was fun back then, That's always, bad. But it was a while we gave out most of the time we were giving out the little bag you get, and you throw a couple of small pieces in there, and then we eventually were like, let's just get the freaking big bars. It's simpler to do. You just take it and do that. I might have actually put it in a picture on. Did I do that? Oh, did I do that? That came out like Urkel. He comes out on Friday nights like Urkel. I think I put a picture maybe on Instagram. This would have been a while back. Probably when I first started Instagram. Oh, no. It's fun going back on your Instagram, because I put some of my garage sale pickups up there. It's always nice to see. Those G sale pickups. I want to get back to trying to get to the G sales now. Again, for whatever reason, I was not bothering the past month. I mean, I was in Florida for 2 of the weekends, and then I don't know. We went to a few. Like I said, I got that bike and those other few things, but I haven't gone full bore. That was a beefy spider. It's funny going back on these things and seeing some of these things on Instagram. Let's see. Where are you? I know you're on here. Cats, this, that. Vita stuff. French bread pizzas. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I just went to the wrong thing. Tuna melts. What was that, 2016? It's 2018. Giving out the good stuff. That year, I guess we only had Hershey's. This is a pretty good ramble, actually. Random ramble, not about the usual stuff that I throw in there. Sports this, video games that, which I don't mind doing, but sometimes you want to talk about some migraines. I will link the other channel that I have in the thing again. I forgot to do it like 3 times in a row. What a surprise. It's kind of nice on that other channel. I don't have to I might have talked about it on that channel, but I don't have to worry about because outside noises for ASMR has more of an impact than if I'm just doing a regular video talking about video games. It doesn't matter, it's not gonna. You hear a little plane takes off and it's the car pulls out or something. It's not as big of a deal, right? Because you're not really. You could get relaxed, but you're not. That's not the goal, I feel, right? It's ASMR. You're a little more weary of any kind of noise that appears. This is a pretty good soft-spoken one. Even in those other videos, I even go a little louder. But I've been having fun with it. I got 4 videos now on there. It's been pretty fun so far. And like I said, to have it differ from this channel, that's why I want to do the interviewing stuff I used to do. I'll probably throw a walk anytime I get back in those woods. I'm going to throw a walk video. The walk videos do next to nothing on this channel. And it's I could put it up on that channel. And it's a different kind of video to get up there. Collections, obviously I've put 2 up on there already, and those will be the same, but there's no gum chewing, and it's not even so, I'm talking like this now, it's I'm going even a little louder on that one, a little more animated, I suppose, too. Like I said, it's not going to take anything away from this channel, obviously, as you see, because the 2 videos are going to get up today, and nothing's changed here, right? This is the main channel. That one is kind of one... I wanted to do it with the existing channel that I already had, but like I said, the problem with the phone number and stuff, whatever. I was like, I'll start fresh. And I used the same name. I just put a capital B and buried under cliches, and I'm like, well, really? That's all it took? I was like, all right then. Oh, look at this. New York City Police Commissioner resigns amid federal nightclub probe. I don't know. He's done, clearly. Feds come and take your phones and find out everything you've been doing. Doesn't matter who you are. You can be the police commissioner. You're not above. I guess there's some people that are. Money typically is. Like I said, I do want to get that metal detector, and I do want a telescope too, because telescopes are cool. You just go out there at night, you bring out a couple of drinks. Doesn't even have to be an alcoholic drink, just something. You hang out, you get a little snack, you get a seat out there, you peek in the telescope. I'm not like this is beginner stuff, amateur stuff. I'm not like a serious people that know the. I know you look in the sky and you can get the different coordinates to find whatever you need to find, right? I'm like that. I'm just looking, let's see some craters on the moon. Oh, maybe you can get a visible planet when they're in sight of Earth. You get a better view from a place like down here where there's not lights every 2 seconds, or 2 feet, I should say, not 2 seconds. We shall see. We are going to a haunted house, though. I forget what it's called. Terror in the Woods or something. Seems pretty cool. Got tickets to that. We're going next Saturday. That's going to be cool. So it's going to be me, my fiance, my one friend. So my other friend is coming down. He'll be here for a couple days, but he's got a golf tournament in Myrtle Beach, I believe. So Saturday night we're going to do that. Go hang out in the town and stuff. Me and my friend probably just go into the town and maybe check out the antique place and stuff. Maybe see a movie. Something like that. I do like going to those. I love that about down here, man. It's not just a southern thing, obviously. You go upstate New York, you're going to find more antique places. Long Island has a few here and there, but this is places like right in the main thing. You got the Antiques and Geeks, and there's 2 other ones. There's Antique Mall, and there's a third one. And they're big. They go up like 2 stories, and you're like, holy shit, there's more. Anyway, there's more over here, I do want to go to the Antiques and Geeks, though, next time we're over there to check out what they're... I know they have sports cards, but I want to see what they have. I've already kind of pulled back on the sports cards. I'm going to continue to buy them, but I had bought another box. I didn't open it on camera, obviously. It was another Upper Deck. I think it was Upper Deck 22, 23, Series 1, but it was not a good box. It's like $40, which is not bad. But there was, a good amount of inserts and stuff, but nothing big. I was hoping for some solid Young Guns, and I got the opposite of that. I was looking for like a Baldy. Is that his name? Matt Baldy. Rossi. A couple of Owen Power was in that one too. A couple other guys, but that didn't happen. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop this one now. But yeah, this is just a little over a half hour ramble, a little bit of drinking and rambling about I can't say about the usual stuff. It's about migraines and other random stuff. But yeah, just drinking and rambling. Thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.